What a strange illusion it is to suppose that beauty is goodness. Happiness does not depend on outward things, but on the way we see them. The changes in our life must come from the impossibility to live otherwise to the demands of our conscience, not from our mental resolution to try a new form of life. Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. Each person's task in life is to become an increasingly better person. There is no greatness where simplicity, goodness, and truth are absent. True life is lived when tiny changes occur. It's much better to do good in a way that no one knows anything about it. What counts in making a happy marriage is not so much how compatible you are, but how you deal with incompatibility. If you look for perfection, you'll never be content. Respect was invented to cover the empty place where love should be. There are no conditions to which a person cannot grow accustomed, especially if he sees that everyone around him lives in the same way. We can know only that we know nothing, and that is the highest degree of human wisdom. Only people who are capable of loving strongly can also suffer great sorrow, but this same necessity of loving serves to counteract their grief and heals them. Nothing is so necessary for a young man as the company of intelligent women. To get rid of an enemy, one must love him. To tell the truth is very difficult, and young people are rarely capable of it. A quiet secluded life in the country, with the possibility of being useful to people to whom it is easy to do good, and who are not accustomed to have it done to them, then work which one hopes may be of some use, then rest, nature, books, music. Love for one's neighbor, such is my idea of happiness. In the name of God, stop a moment, cease your work, look around you. Free thinkers are those who are willing to use their minds without prejudice and without fearing to understand things that clash with their own customs, privileges, or beliefs. This state of mind is not common, but it is essential for right thinking. Wrong does not cease to be wrong because the majority share in it. All the variety, all the charm, all the beauty of life is made up of light and shadow. The strongest of all warriors are these two: time and patience. If everyone fought for their own convictions, there would be no war. A man can live and be healthy without killing animals for food. Therefore, if he eats meat, he participates in taking animal life merely for the sake of his appetite. And to act so is immoral. You can love a person dear to you with a human love, but an enemy can only be loved with divine love. It's not given to people to judge what's right or wrong. People have eternally been mistaken and will be mistaken, and in nothing more than in what they consider right and wrong. It's hard to love a woman and do anything. It's all God's will. You can die in your sleep, and God can spare you in battle. Pierre was right when he said that one must believe in the possibility of happiness in order to be happy, and I now believe in it. But the law of loving others could not be discovered by reason, because it is unreasonable. If we admit that human life can be ruled by reason, then all possibility of life is destroyed. Seize the moments of happiness, love and be loved. That is the only reality in the world, all else is folly. It is the one thing we are interested in here. A man is like a fraction whose numerator is what he is, and whose denominator is what he thinks of himself. The larger the denominator, the smaller the fraction. Every lie is a poison. There are no harmless lies. Only the truth is safe. Only the truth gives me consolation. It is the one unbreakable diamond. We are asleep until we fall in love. Man cannot possess anything as long as he fears death. But to him who does not fear it, everything belongs. If there was no suffering, man would not know his limits, would not know himself. Which is worse, the wolf who cries before eating the lamb, or the wolf who does not? Because of the self-confidence with which he had spoken, no one could tell whether what he said was very clever or very stupid. Human science fragments everything in order to understand it, kills everything in order to examine it. Pure and complete sorrow is as impossible as pure and complete joy. Music is the shorthand of emotion. Everything intelligent is so boring. How can one be well when one suffers morally? Here I am alive, and it's not my fault, so I have to try and get by as best I can without hurting anybody until death takes over.